You're playing a game or what?
I'm drawing things on your face right now.
Okay, here we go.
Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. The blank states the purpose of the email. Preferably subject line, right? 2 words in that one. That's pretty obvious, right?
And that was
Yeah.
the
Maggie, did you remember I said it's pretty obvious?
the main states the subject.
That's what the subject is for. Tell us what the email. What does Control C, Control V do? Copy and paste. What does it mean when the domain name of an email address has 2 letters after it? Okay. Country code, so it means what? It's from outside the US. Fill in the blank.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so what does it mean when the domain part of the email address has 2 letters at the end? Daniel said it's a country code, therefore it's out of the US, outside the US.
What is two letters?
What?
So what is two letters?
I feel like we're teaching that. All 3 weeks.
Oh, like the like the using.
My boss is being way too loud. Okay, we good? All right. Outlook can't find that word in its dictionary. How does it tell you that?
Red squiggly line.
On the correct no.
Yep. So, the term on the test is wavy, and I don't indicate color because I wanted to make sure you knew the difference between spelling and.
What is it? Yeah, two underlined.
So wavy is the correct answer.
Bless you.
Is that a sneeze or was it?
When the question says it's not in the dictionary, what does that tell? It's not in its dictionary. What does that mean?
It doesn't recognize anymore.
Yeah, so it's a spelling problem. So how does Outlook indicate
Oh.
that it's misspelled? It has a wavy line underneath.
A red line.
Yeah, but your computer's monochrome, you can't tell what color it
It's the distinction between wavy and the double. Well,
is. You're right, I mean, it's a red wavy line.
I just put a red line.
They do have monochrome monitors.
You could be colorblind.
Another question about events and more specifically about moving. True or false. We hashed that, I'm not gonna go over it. Let's see. How do you send me an email without using Outlook?
With that.
What's that?
Use Gmail.
Or we send you, or like in general, how do we send an email to another person?
I would send an email to me or one of your classes.
Through Canvas.
Canvas where?
Just how to send an email without using Outlook.
On the homepage?
Inbox.
Yeah.
Inbox.
Left-hand side, it says inbox, you click on that. You can see anybody's email.
So inbox to
Go on
Canvas.
and hit compose,
Yeah.
send it to either me or one of your classes. Or other employees that are busted.
What about Teams?
What?
What about Teams?
Yeah? It's good too. That's not an email though, that's an instant message. Or sometimes, I think Teams calls it direct message. Yeah, Canvas, inbox. No, you can't put Teams. This is true false, so everything in there, just recognize. You're right, be recurring appointments with them, so. That's a fill in the, so there's another fill in the blank, you have to know recurring. Another one about, okay, well, how can I ensure that an email will get past their spam filter? Oh,
Don't ha-
Is that what you're gonna say?
No,
Okay. It's a good thing I listened to Peter.
What was the question?
How we gonna ensure that an email has this spam?
Yeah, how can you get by the virus filter or spam filter? Still no guarantee, cause you might have to word the trigger press. What is an example of an IT address?
is it likely for like a specific example, or can you just get
It gives several examples. You had it in one of your first. Y'all remember? It's four numbers separated by 3 periods.
four numbers separated by 3 periods? We just need to memorize.
That's the IP address.
The structure.
The IP address.
Now, that's an example.
Yeah, that's an
Don't-
Or
Don't memorize anything, just
Separated
know
by
it's
3
four numbers
periods.
separated by 3 periods. IP address. What's that? From 0 to 254. About 255. get into the details in the next.
Yeah.
Four numbers and 3 figures.
Okay. Okay, how do you add a contact in Outlook? I explain it, so you don't need to memorize the path, because I included in the question, true or false. What I put down is true. I don't know any other way.
That's the answer.
I don't want to be teaching all this.
You're gonna do that.
Okay, so what's the question?
Just remember that.
One more time, I explain how to add a contact in Outlook, and then I ask true or false. I'm not lying to you, it's true. Because I don't wanna go teach the whole lesson. From the cahoots yesterday. When I add a person, it gets stored where? Contact
record.
Who said that? Omar? Oh, Arturo? Contact record. Because every database stores things in records, and every record is belongs to a database. After you add a contact, it's available for you to do when you're composing what?
Email.
Email. That was cahoots yesterday too. So keeping a contact list current involves what? Updating the information, so editing contact information. What else?
Is that a fill in the blank?
What's that?
Is that fill in the blank?
No,
Okay.
multiple choice, or multiple select, multiple answers, whatever it is. Multiple answers.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Bye, Mr. G.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, so deleting the contact when it's no longer needed. Really good. So you keep it clean. I really need to work on that first. All right.
Sorry, can you just go over the last one? Not even a question.
That's because everybody's talking about it. Okay, keeping a contact list current involves what? Deleting the contact that's no longer needed and editing the contact information.
Deleting and editing.
What view allows you to see a list of your contacts with just their phone number? Phone view. So the answer is phone.
What was the question?
I sneezed during it, okay?
That is,
So, what view allows you to see a list of all your contacts by their name and their phone number? Phone view. A blank is an item that you create in Outlook and track it to its completion. Fill in the blank task.
a blank is
you still writing from the last question, or?
No, no,
why-
that's current one that you're doing.
So stop writing, listen to it, then write. A blank is an item that you create in Outlook to track and until its completion.
That,
Task.
that was an publicity.
It's a fill in the blank. Again, don't write the entire thing down. I guarantee if you're writing all the questions with the answers and that's what you're gonna study, you're gonna do poorly on the test. Write down the concept, put it in your own words. Yeah, we were talking about it. So, to make sure that you complete a task, what do you need to set?
Reminders?
A reminder. Maybe 2 or 3. Okay, and now look, a to-do item can be created from what?
To-do list,
So a to-do list item can be, in Outlook, can be created from what?
Can it be created from an email?
From an email, task, and contact. It can also be done from a calendar, but that's not one of the choices.
Email to
We already talked about rules. Alright, this is one that trips people up, so I'm gonna read it exactly as it is on the test. Calendar options, you can customize, include the blank and the current time zone. So what can you customize, and it's multiple choice. What can you, yeah, that's one.
what is it? What'd you say?
It says weather for a city, or you can add a city, so you can actually up to 3.
Time zone category.
Draw.
You can assign categories, yeah. What it's looking for, as you look at the options, I'm gonna read all the options to you, tell me if it's true or not. Okay, if you can change it. Voltage that the calendar app uses.
False.
False.
No, yeah. Calendar data set. I don't even know what that is, so no. A calendar options button. Can you change that?
Options?
No.
So,
Calendar font.
yes.
There you go. That one's easier, instead of trying to memorize it, just look at still the answers. Eliminate them, and there's only one left. Okay, here's the one that people started talking about a while ago, again from the clue. What are the junk mail options that I can assign?
Save, block, and international.
Okay. Safe recipients, safe senders, and international. Those are your choices. You're absolutely right, you do have a block.
I was about to tell you, yeah, that was the
That's
answer.
not on the test, so I'm just telling you what.
Alright, so this time it's not yellow.
Two safes and international. Do your notes, draw safes, times 2. Plus international. Okay, we're now into some PowerPoint questions. And I fully recognize you still have an office to do, or at least, but some of you probably. Okay, in PowerPoint, before I can change the font, I have to select the text, true or false.
True.
True. Or the text box. I can just click on the text box. In PowerPoint, you cannot print more than one slide on a piece of paper, true or false?
False.
False. You learned that from your write on a slide video.
We can have more than one slide.
Okay, again, in PowerPoint, to copy an open presentation with a new name, what do I have to select? You go to the back page view and then I select.
Say that.
It's already been saved, so now I'm doing what?
Say that.
Copy as.
No,
And that's true or false, so. So Carlos is making a slide. He has a 14-point font. Some of his coworkers say that slide is particularly hard to read. What should he do? Increase the font size.
Change concept.
It has a much longer explanation, but that's all you have to know.
Change font size.
Okay, you have a presentation, you have the very final, slide, you really wanna make it jump out at people, so what could you do on that final slide to really make it jump out?
Add animation.
Transition.
Customize it, yeah. So, the answer on the test is, because there's a bunch of other options, I'm not gonna go through all the wrong answers again. So change the color of the text, of the title text. These questions are more common sense than anything else. Eliminate all the other options.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, people usually get wrong, because they don't understand the question. This is one I'm gonna read directly with all the choices, it is multiple choice. Which of the following actions change the format of the selected text or selected text box? And I'll read the actions and you can say yes or no. Click the slide sorter button on the status bar.
No.
No, does not change the format of anything. Click on the cut button on the home tab.
No.
Click on the layout button on the home tab. No, clicking the button doesn't do anything to the format, right? That's the one that people trip up on. Well, it's changing the layout. No, you didn't change the layout, you just clicked on the layout button. click the underline button on the home tab.
Yes.
See how that works?
Like you can underline the button on home tab.
Because that actually changes the text.
Yeah, there's only one thing that changes the format. Choose that one thing. Again, you don't have to memorize it or anything. Eliminate. In PowerPoint, when I want to change the theme, what, tab do I select? Just fill in the blank. Do y'all know?
What's it say layout?
Design, who said that? Good job. So if you want to change the theme, you select design, click on the design tab, that's fill in the blank. Rather than design is capitalized, but that's
I'll do it. Do we still have one?
Oh, true. No, 26.
I'll leave at 10.
If you lose your job, okay. If you want to add a note to a slide, where do you do it? Not quite that low. What do we always call something?
One note.
Notes, pane.
No what?
Notes. Just a little skinny pane at the very bottom.
Remember that I'm recording it, so we can just give it to you later on whenever you get off of work. So if you got a
Fill in the blank and just put notes because pane is included in the sentence. Like this. Before you can apply formatting changes to an object, such as rotating it, you must select the object, true or false. True. Seems obvious, right? I can't, so I have a shape there, I want to change it to a different shape, but I can't do that, right? True or false?
False.
False. You good?
Yeah,
How about-
repeat the last question again real quick.
You cannot change the shape of a slide to a different shape, true or false? So how do I change, so I have a transition between all my slides. How do I change the timing of that? What do I use?
Transitions.
Yeah, so you can change the timing of the transitions. What do I use? What do I choose?
You click on it, it changes like the numbers from 7.5 to 2.5%.
Duration. And again, I mean, it's got 4 choices and only one of them makes it. talked about this, if I wanna select a bunch of objects on a slide in PowerPoint, what do I hold down as I'm clicking the object? Control. Shift. This is the one time that all the other applications do it.
I'll leave
Thank
that.
you.
Like we're going to be able to.
Don't get fired.
No.
Like what buzz do you use to, hold in your presentation?
No, so you're on a slide, you're trying to select different objects on the slide. Use, it's a fill in the blank, you hold down the shift key as you're selecting, left clicking on the different objects. Now, it works differently than what in Windows and other apps. I don't know why they made PowerPoint that way, but they do. Instead of the control key, you use the shift key for all selections. And it does it one at a time like the control key. Makes sense? That one's. Matt, you're gonna insert a circle on the slide.
The pen. You click the pen and then you circle the text.
And then you put a rectangle on top of the circle, and finally a triangle on top of the rectangle. But then you decide that you want the circle in the front. So what do you do?
Bring it forward or use shift layers.
Bring to front. Now, there's also a bring forward on the, as one of the choices. It's bring to front. Don't use forward or backwards.
That's only one.
So bring to front. Or send to back if you're trying to send it. Because there is one that does go the other way. Okay, I have a run out of this space.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
I got you.
it's not like I wanted you to.
We'll figure out a way.
Yeah, I was wondering how long your arm would last. Okay, so you have 3 identical triangles on your slide. Again, this is still PowerPoint. Well, I want 3 identical triangles on a slide. So how am I gonna do that?
You can control drag or
Copy paste.
Okay, well, first you have to draw and format the first triangle, right? Create the first one, and then you can copy it and paste it twice. But what Daniel said also works, you can control drag it, and it will create duplicates as you drag them.
oh wow.
So what are my, in PowerPoint, what are my options to align objects on the slide? I want them all in a nice neat row or vertical. What are my different options?
You can drag them around, so you see like the dotted lines lining up with each other.
Okay, that's called a smart guide, right? There's other guides on that you can use, maybe that's what you're talking about, I don't know.
Yeah, like how you like move it around when it lines up with certain
It turns
objects or whatever.
a green line that goes across.
Like a green line or like a dotted line or something.
So, turn on the grid line, that's one way. So in the background, you have a grid line. What's that?
The ruler?
Yeah, you can use the ruler, yeah, you can use the ruler. Because when you grab it, it will draw a line up to the ruler, so you can adjust it for you. Okay, so this is what they are, grid lines, smart guides, guides, and ruler. In other words, all of the above. So you click, when you get to that question, you just click all the answers.
Smart guides and what?
So, grid line, smart guide. Smart guides, I believe, does the snappy, whatever it is, right? Then guides, which is what, Peter was talking about. And then the ruler itself. Why do you think there's so many questions on PowerPoint?
But it's the easiest we already know.
Because you don't have a quiz on PowerPoint. So this is a combination quiz and midterm. Yeah, 2 in 1. Which of the following commands, oh now I'm getting lazy all of a sudden, now I'm just reading. Which of the following commands can you use to make a copy of an object? Daniel kind of addressed one of those options. So, hold control down while you drag it. And then when you unclick it, it will leave a copy there. Keep dragging the copy. Or you can use copy and paste, which is what David wanted to do. Both ways. I'll give you a second.
You say control drag, and what were the other ones?
Copy paste.
Copy paste?
Yeah, copy.
So that one is basically like the same answer as the ones with the triangles, the identical triangles.
Yeah, the triangles don't talk about the control drag. Peter, or Daniel, you're Peter, he's Daniel. Daniel's the one that brought that up, and it does work, so I couldn't tell you. It wasn't the choice on that particular question. So I have a couple of different shapes. I want them to all turn into just one big shape. Merge. Did you say? Are you like a PowerPoint pro? Oh, you've done the modules.
Exam exams and training.
Good for you. Good for you, already there. Yeah, merge and reframe. Daniel,
Intelligent merge, two form shape, all into one shape. Merge, that's what? Two form shape, all into one shape.
Okay, so describe the ways that I can align a paragraph on a slide, in a text box.
The left, center, or right?
Okay, that's, what direction is that? Left, center, and right is what?
Left to right. I don't know.
Horizontal.
Horizontal, yeah, somebody got it, horizontal.
He
So
said,
that's horizontal, how can I do it vertically?
Vertical alignment.
If there's left, center, and right, vertically, there has to be
Top,
top, middle, and bottom. That works in Excel too, when we use Excel. That's what we use it. Have to remember that. Yeah, So remember, horizontal is across. I've looked at the horizon. And then vertical is up and down.
Yeah, I click the horizontal vertical. Put everything that he said first.
Gotta get something right.
I'm pretty sure I'll be able to tell by the question and shit,
Yeah, by the time the question comes up.
the way it's gonna sound.
So I have a layout and I wanna change it up. What's the quickest way to change it up? Where do I go?
Layout tab.
No, I wanna add a picture. That's not layout. How do I do that?
Attach.
Templates or?
What's that? Insert, but I'm changing the whole outlook, or the whole presentation.
Themes?
Which one?
Create a new slide.
I want it to appear on all of them. It's my logo. I want my logo to be in the bottom right.
Design tab?
Oh,
This is the layout tab.
you put it as a
Oh, you guys
background?
are so good.
As
Naming
a
everything.
watermark?
They have a slide master. You change the slide master and it changes the whole presentation.
That's the new term.
You know, that-
I was trying to do that with the exam
Have to change it later.
Wait, you have to change layout?
like it was like wrong and stuff. It wasn't working.
How do you change it out? What is it?
How do you change layout?
Well, just see somebody
Have to change the layout and.
Slide master?
But slide master, that's its name for a reason, and if you change it, it will change all of the slides that you're working on. So you go to open slide master, insert the picture where you want it to be on all the slides, close slide master, and it will appear on all 64 slides that you did in that way. So, that's a true false, so that was a long explanation. Now you know, so it's true. Okay, I have comments on a slide. Maybe I'm reviewing it for a coworker, maybe I just need comments there from my own site. Remember to put this here. And there's stuff there, they're visible, when I do the presentation until I do the true or false. False.
What was the question?
If I add comments to a slide, they're visible during the presentation until I can delete them. True or false? And the answer is false. If I do a slide presentation, they are not visible. Okay, I want to do a brand new custom layout. What's the easiest way to do it? And it's probably gonna be for all my different presentations, so what am I gonna use? We just talked about it 2 seconds.
Create a new
Slide master.
Slide master.
So I'm gonna create a new slide master and set everything up the way I want it for all my future presentations. That look and feel, that identity. A lot of companies want it a certain way. Okay, if I'm putting a fill like for an object or for the background, whatever. And I want it to start at one color on this side and end up at a different color this side. What is that called?
Gradient.
Gradient. That is a fill in the blank. So going from one color to another color is called a gradient. So I'm gonna practice my presentation because they're only allowing me so many minutes to do it. What button is available to allow me to practice and see how long it
Timer.
Reverse time.
is? What do you think?
Reverse.
Reverse time. How do you know that?
I have PowerPoint pulled up right now.
Practicing. Okay. Reverse timing. Or reverse, not reverse. Reverse timing. And again, that's multiple choice, and you can pretty much eliminate the other choice. Why would I just change the theme on one slide?
Make things different.
To highlight a topic or a section.
Okay, to make it stand out, is kind of what you're saying, right? Make it different and stand out. What's another reason you might do it?
Because it's a different topic than their original.
Okay, I can see where you're coming. One of the big reasons why you would do that is because you have a font color or a picture or something that gets lost in the background of your theme, right? And so you might have to change the background so there's a contrast so you can read it. I can't tell you how many slides I've seen where they had white on a dark, but then all of a sudden they had a picture or something and the white went over the light area of the picture and you couldn't read what it was saying.
So it's contrast between the background and the passage?
Yeah, so, it might look better with a different color, basically. So to make the slide stand out, so there's two answers, make the slide stand out and, make it more appealing or readable, whatever you want to call it.
Some of them were pretty unreadable when we were presenting.
So we good on that one? Okay, which of the following is something you can do to change the slide background? List 4 items. What are some ways you can change the background? Just talk about a couple.
Slide.
Yeah, I mean, you can do all of these on the
Oh, yeah,
slide.
the background
at
color?
the time, but-
Background color?
What's that?
The background color for the slide background?
Yeah. I'm gonna read you the answers. Fill the background with a picture. Okay. Fill the background with a texture. So picture, texture, fill color of the background would be the third one. And then change the background style. And they have the pre-made style, they have a style gallery. You can just pick a style. So basically, again, that's one of the questions, all or just click the button until you get tired of clicking buttons on that question.
What is it? Picture, change background style, what are the other two?
Picture, texture, style, and fill color. So, the question is how can you advance the slide during the presentation? What keys can you use?
Spacebar.
Spacebar is one.
Arrow keys.
Arrow keys, yeah. Typically either the right or the down arrow key. But the test just says down arrow, but you can also use the right. And
Enter.
enter. That's correct.
So then there's other changes.
happens if I press the escape?
It exits out of the
It
presentation.
exits out of the presentation. Don't do that. So an object, you know what I mean by object? I kind of mentioned that in the Outlook too. An object is just something that you can select, right? Picture, text box, whatever, shape. So in PowerPoint, I select an object, but I can only apply one animation to it, correct? True or false?
False.
No, false. I can have an animation coming in and then wait a number of seconds and have another animation going in.
More than one animation.
As an example. you have that. Fill in the blank. So I'm doing my presentation. I have an audio file, and it's way too loud. It's blasting out the room. What do I have to do? Or what can I do?
Turn down the volume.
There you go. That's easy. Fill in the blank, volume.
Oh, shit.
Some people will try and go to the speakers and they're in a presentation room and usually scattered around the room. And so just fill this out and fill it out. Pretty easy. Fill in the blank. We're almost there. Maybe another 10 minutes. I'm just as one out of there. Okay, this is word art. Now, a lot of stuff that you learn about PowerPoint translates over to Word. Okay. So, again, we're building this level by level. So, word art, you can insert, but I just want it changed a little bit, rotate a little bit. How can I do that?
Click it and then it's getting simple.
Yeah, it has a dot that comes out.
It has a handle that sticks out of the top of the object. You can grab that and change it. You can also do it on the ribbon if you need it to be exact. And you can specify the exact degrees that you want the rotation. But if you don't, if you just want, you're just eyeballing it, you can use a little handle at the top. That's not the question. This is a default, so it says if you want to rotate it forward, you just apply a bevel effect. True or false? False. Now you know it's false. What is a bevel effect?
Rounds the edges.
Yeah, it makes it 3D. It can be in or it can be out, but it puts a little shading and everything that makes it look like it's 3D. It's popped out. That's a bevel effect. So the answer is false. But now you understand why it's false. I'm just going to read this one. Animations in which one of the following categories causes objects to change while they are on the slide. And it gives you 4 different animation effects. Okay. So the question is I want that object to change why the slide is viewable, it's being presented. Motion path?
No.
No. Exit?
No.
Obviously not. Entrance?
Thank you.
Obviously not. Okay? That's just more of the transition thing. So the correct answer is emphasis. That is the animations, style that if you want it to do something, why the slider could do that. All the others are coming in, going out, etc. But why it's sitting there, you want it to do something. It's called emphasis style. And that's multiple choice. Yeah, it's multiple choice, so as long as you can recognize it. EMPHASIS. I put, this is true for Outlook email, it's true for Word, it's true for PowerPoint. What do I insert when I want something to have a grid on the screen that has rows and columns?
A table. You had table.
A table. Columns are vertical, rows are horizontal. Okay, very last question. Thank goodness. And this came from a student, and this is kind of do this. Okay, it's to fill in the blanks. How do you recover deleted contacts from Outlook? You select the blank icon and then open the blank folder. Then right click on the contact and select restore. Anybody know what that is?
The file and delete it.
Okay, so first off, it's talking about contacts, so what's the first icon we're gonna click on?
Contacts.
Yeah, people, right, that's what the icon's called, is people. So that's the first blank, fill in the blank. And then we're going to open the blank folder,
The deleted folder.
the deleted folder, very good, so that is the second fill in the blank, that's all you have to know. And the rest of the statement, he tells you exactly what to do.
And then what was it?
We are done.